Hello there. What is going on, everyone? Today we are going to be building a list using Tabletop Admiral, and I want to do a Kashyyyk list, but from the Separatist side. And I'll have to admit, I'm kind of feeling a little bad about not having any of this new stuff yet, and it doesn't look like we'll even have it this year if you live in the United States, because all of this Kashyyyk wave has been pushed back and pushed back. We're having huge delays. So in the meantime, I figured let's go ahead and try to build a list. We're going to try and use a super tactical droid. We've got 3 to choose, and we're going to use some of the other stuff from the droid attack on the Wookiees. We're going to move in, see if we can build a list to do this. If you guys are new here to the channel, be sure to enter to win that $25 Amazon gift card giveaway. All you have to do is be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my videos. It's as simple as that. So, looking at the different super tactical droids here, I've got Kraken here, who's got Strategize, Charge, Override, Sharpshooter. Override's a really cool one. And as much as I like what the flexibility that Override is going to give you, you also have it on the regular super tactical droid, who's a little bit cheaper. Strategize is also nice. I especially like that particular ability, although if you're using them too much, you might risk getting a little bit too much suppression on you. The sweet spot for me comes with Kalani, because while we don't have Override, we do have Direct AI Unit, and I think that is hopefully going to be the difference maker, because it does actually give them a face-up order token. So not only do they get to ignore AI, I also get to activate them whenever I want. It also doesn't give me a suppression to make that happen. He doesn't have quite the strongest of attacks in the world, but Kalani is going to work well. He's got Strategize 2 also, and that is going to be particularly cool. So, and then Reinforcements, which is also super groovy, and then the triple command slot. I've always liked Kalani, so we're going to start off with Kalani. I think Kalani will work for a lot of the Kashyyyk stuff. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put aggressive tactics on Kalani. I think surges are going to be really nice to have, and I think it will definitely get our points worth here. We're also going to use Esteemed Leader. I have a feeling, because he is so valuable with this list, that people will be taking pot shots at him, and let's put all those cheap battle droids to work to allow them to try to guardian him a little bit. And then I'm going to give him vigilance, because I may have some extra dodge tokens due to all the strategizing going on, and I think I'm going to have some core units that could use it, especially the B2s. I'm going to put a couple of B2s in here as well. And also wanted to make use of the triple command slot. We don't normally get quite all of this, so I thought that was pretty cool. All right, especially considering like with Esteemed Leader, right? Like Guardian 1, like that'd be pretty cool to have like your B2 super battle droids using Guardian. I just thought that's pretty groovy. All right. But I don't think they'd be able to. I don't think armor would work there, because armor is when defending, right? So, yeah. So, yeah, let's go ahead and add some more stuff. Well, I'm going to start with the big heavy vehicles first. And we're not going to use a Persuader tank. I mean, we're not going to use a battle tank. We are going to use instead a Persuader tank. The Persuader tank is the big bad kind of centerpiece to this list. And what's going to make this work so very well is the fact that we have some awesome command cards for Kalani that are going to allow this thing to deploy after everybody else is deployed. So I'll be able to make sure that this tank really gets to do some groovy stuff. And I'm not going to give it any ordnance. My thought here is that the tank already has range 1 to 4, and it has range 1 to 2 for ion cannons. It has Arsenal 2, and you can totally justify putting more ordnance on it. However, I would just rather save the points right now. I'm trying to put a lot of cool stuff in this list, but I could see dropping, maybe like a B1 unit if you wanted to put, a different attack on here. Right? So that totally works. All right, so this thing, I'm going to give this thing defense protocols. In one of the reasons for that is because, first off, it's cheap. Second off, I think I'll be able to give it an order a lot. I think it will often have orders. But one of the things is, because I want to take this so aggressively, and I want to put it directly in my opponent's face. I wanted it to have the ability to dodge those attacks if I couldn't get it in an order. because the dodge gives it nimble and outmaneuver, so I can cancel those criticals. So even if you're on the sides and you get impact 1, I can still cancel. Or if you rolling, if you roll a natural crit, I can be like, haha, forget you. You're gonna have to rely on other tricks to get damage to me. I just thought that that's really cool. I just really like this particular protocol for this thing because I wanna move it like right up against you really quick and then leave it there, and that would be really fun. So the dodge would help a near unkillable unit push it over the top, especially with nimble, because like, are you really gonna shoot this thing when it's gonna dodge? It gets the dodge for every single attack. So not only does it have armor and defensive surge, and maybe I can park it to a place where it might even get some cover from your shots. But then I'm going to have dodge on top of that with outmaneuver and nimble. Oh man, it's just like you don't even have to think about it, right? So I think that could be pretty fun. And it might. And the cool thing about this too is that I can have I can have Kalani use his strategize. He can gain a suppression token, choose 2 friendly units to gain an aim and a dodge token. Now, why is that super groovy? Because this guy, even if he has a face up, he still has nimble and outmaneuver. So Kalani can toss this dude an aim and a dodge, and he doesn't even have to, like, forget about it. Forget about it. And you know what else we're going to do? We're going to do some more tricks for that. Because we're going to have other ways of feeding him dodge. So even if we give him face up order tokens, he's still going to get the benefit of this without the drawback of having AI. It's going to be super fun. I think it's going to be super fun. All right. Moving on to the rest of the list, we want some more stuff from the Battle of Kashyyyk, and I think this is a good opportunity to put some DS-D1 Dwarf Spider droids in here. They are those kind of medium speed moving, self-destructing droids that want to get really, really close and then just blow themselves up. We're going to put these guys in, and for these guys, I actually like the attack protocols. I think I'm going to be moving them pretty fast. And I want these guys to be attacking a lot. I want them to aim. I want them to have that precise too. I want them to be just doing really, really goofy stuff. And I want them to attack like crazy. So we'll go ahead and put we'll put the nose mounted laser cannon. I think that's probably the best one. And I think we're gonna do that. You know what? And on second thought, I'm gonna come down here, and I'm going to put the high energy shells on the N99 Persuader tank. Also, I just decided I'm changing the build mid-build. I had the outline for the build, but I'm calling an audible, mostly because for my outline, I realized I forgot to put a hard point on this guy, so I was going to be down 15 points, and I kind of need that. So we're gonna drop one of the B1s. It's okay. We had 6 core, so we're gonna go down 1 core, no problem. It's an easy fix. Easy fix. All right. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna double up. We're gonna have 2 of those DSD1 Dwarf Spider droids, and our NR N99 Persuader class droid tank and Kalani, and that's where we're starting. That's where we're starting now. From here on out, now we got to start adding our core. We've got to have the body of the list and make it work. I want to start off, I'm going to do the B2s. I'm going to put 2 B2s in here. I want one of them with a Ha, with the T1, the T-Series Tactical Droid. And I only have one of those packs, so I only usually run a single B2 with the T-Series, along with the second B2 to be more of my close range with just the regular extra B2 Super Battle Droid. The idea here is that if I'm running a B1 chain, I can have this guy be the end of the chain, and the other guy doesn't need the face up because he's got the T-Series. And that's pretty much the mentality behind this. Now, we're going to add some B1s to this list. I've got 4 more core that I can add. We can put maybe 2 of the B1s with the E5C, and then we can add 2 more. And I think we'll add 1 with just the. I kind of like the shorter range radiation cannon with the Viper Recon Tactical Droid, and that puts us up to, what is that? 1, 2. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that gives us room for 1 more. Is that going to fit? That is not going to fit. So we'll Well, what I could do is I could just drop. No, I don't want to drop. Let's do this. Let's take out. I'm 12 points ahead, so I can just drop the radiation and the Viper recon. So we're gonna have two regular B1 battle droids. It gives me 18 points, and well, there's a lot of little things we can do with that. I can drop another B1 and be down to 4, and that will put me up to maybe, can I get a strike team in there for that much? Let's see, strike team, droid commandos with a sniper. There we go, 796, and that's going to make the difference. Okay, so I lose the radiation guy for lack of how, and that's where it really came out because I did have a radiation guy in there, but I've had forgotten to add the nose-mounted laser cannons. But that still keeps the core of the builds the same. So we still have B2s, two of the B2s. We've got one naked B1, and then we have two B1s with the E5C1 trooper. We've got 4 points to spare, and I don't think we can fit. I can't fit any other deflector shields in there. I really do like the deflector shields on the strike team on a lot of the time. But what we will do is we'll put offensive push on these guys so they can guarantee to get that aim just in case they need to. And that's going to give them a little bit of ability to flex some muscle just in case they absolutely need to. All right, so what else do we have here? Then we've got exactly 800 points. And I think the game is going to be cooler now. Even if you're second player, you get to pick your board edge. Let's go down and look at the cards that we're going to add. So, and in this case, the big deal for this one is do not underestimate our memes. Wait, no, it's means, not memes. But this has divulge deploy unit step. You're going to choose up to 3 friendly units with AI, and they each gain reinforcements. The key here is that I've already got that on Kalani. He's already got reinforcements, so I get to choose 3 more units. And in this case, I can choose my tank and both of my spider droids and kind of put them at just the right approach. But I also have the option to choose my BX sniper. And that's and in that case, I might choose the tank, 1 spider droid, and the BX. I have a lot of options with that, so I can put stuff at just the right spot where it won't be countered by my opponent. And so, so I like that. Preservation protocol will be useful for the super B2 super battle droids, especially with that impervious. I think that's going to be particularly helpful. And then they too will suffer is just a really nice way to mess with perfectly laid plans. As far as the rest, I think I am going to go with all of the newer ones. So we're going to start off with Mechanized Incursion. In this case, since I am all droids, and I do have a good number of vehicles, this is really just better than Ambush. And then we have Orbital Strike, which is I'm definitely going to do. This makes for potentially really good first turn play. One thing that's interesting is I want to go back to the Divulge card here for do not underestimate our means. This one doesn't say that you have to play this card first turn. It's usually when you know you're there's usually like more of a drawback for divulging. And this one, you do get a cool ability if you don't divulge. And of course, you might want to consider doing the recovering aspect. But this is just a really good card to actually divulge, and then you can choose something else. So then I might choose Orbital Strike first turn and get that nice big suppressive attack, that 4-die attack. So I like that. And actually, that'll work pretty well on Kalani too, by the way, because Kalani has Surge to Hit and Sharpshooter too. So that's always going to be fun for stuff like that. And then lastly, between Assault and Roger Roger, we're definitely going to go with Roger Roger. It's another way to give extra surge or even dodge tokens out if I've been using them all and I want to make better use of Vigilance. And those are the command cards. I think that's going to do it for this particular build. I think I think you want to go with vehicle heavy battle cards, vehicle favorable battle cards as well. And I think I won't do all of them, but I will say that that rollout would be a real fun one in this case, because now you've got to now you get to drop the vehicles last, and do that sort of thing. So you have even more flexibility there. So that'd be a real fun one for this particular list. If you haven't already, check out Tabletop Admiral. They have a great list builder for Legion. There's a lot of good ones out there. This is just the one that I tend to use more often than not. And yeah, I'll put a link to the list in the video description below. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Big thanks to all of my patrons as well. You guys are amazing and help make this channel possible. So thank you for your continued support. And always remember, if you're tying your t-shirt around your face like a ninja, then I'm sure you're having a really good time.